Hey guys, hey gut feelers, welcome to Gut Healing Saturday today. I'm so happy you're here. Thank you so much. I'm sorry I can't do it tomorrow at our normal time. I have a 1-day meditation retreat. I'm actually going to meditate, don't laugh, for 12 hours from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. and the whole day is in silence. So there was no way I could do the Gut Healing Sunday for you, but I'm here on Saturday and you are here as well. I'm excited for that. So we've got a lot, so many exciting stuff to share, and we've got a lot on the plate. So the theme for today's live Q&A is medication side effects. You had a lot of question about how to heal after or during medications like Accutane, which is for people who have skin problems with acne often, and antibiotics, big subject, and then antacids, which are stomach acid blockers. Not even getting started with that. So this is like the topic we're gonna address, and then we're gonna move into the live Q&A. Now, big shout out to our dedicated gut feeler with the name of The Second Perspective. For the last live Q&As, timestamps, he made timestamps for the whole video, so the whole community can just click on that. So thank you so much, Second Perspective. Really, really appreciate that. It's wonderful to see that we are kind of starting to support each other, and I can be also just not there. So that's amazing. If there's somebody of you guys who is able and willing and giving to do that for this live Q&A, warmly appreciate, also in the name of the rest of the Gut Feeler family. Okay, now guys, before we get started, you know what's happening, right? You know what's happening. Have anybody else has their ginger? I think I announced that you should get your ginger ready on the newsletter. So here we are. And the reason why I'm doing this is not just because I like ginger and I think it's an amazing thing. It's also I just hiked up and down the hill. No, down and up actually the hill. And it's amazing if you have muscle tension, reduces inflammation, good for stomach acid. But the reason why I do that here on the live Q&A and have you watch me because this is often how we learn. You know, I can talk so much and I take this and take this, but seeing somebody who does it themselves, especially if it's something edgy, kind of helps. If you hear the wind in the background, it's a windy season here in Panama right now. It's also rainbow season. So since a few hours, there is a rainbow out there. Once I got the ginger, maybe I show you the rainbow if you want to see it. Okay. Great. There we go. Okay, here we go. Feeling energized now. This is thyme tea, by the way. Just got some herbal tea here for in case my throat gets a little bit dry from all the talking. So I'm just going to look in the chat box who everybody here. Yes, we love ginger chewing. Amazing, Stephen. Me too. Okay, wonderful you're all here. And thank you so much for already using this lovely button down there which says thumbs up. I really, really appreciate it. Okay, so agenda for today. We have a lot on the plate, as I said. First, ginger chewing, done. And then we're going to move into the medication side effects, what you can do, a few tips, and also supplements that I recommend to get over the often the huge effects of what it has, like the effects it has on your liver, on your brain, on your stomach, what you can do there. And then I have an announcement. Yeah, super exciting news. You are the first ones to know. It's not out there yet. Nobody knows about this, but you're going to be the first ones to know. I hope you find that as exciting as I am. I find it. Then we're going to go into your questions, live Q&A, and in the end, I'm going to announce the giveaway winners for the CBD oil package. In case you were one of the people who participated, there were so many, then you will know like if you're one of those free winners. Okay, are you ready for this, guys? I'm so excited. Okay, let me go through my... Okay, so medication side effects, how to heal after and during all of those medications that I mentioned. There are a few things that you can do. Number one, most important, no, not most important, but an important part of that is definitely incorporating healing foods. It might be not a surprise for you if you're watching this channel for a while. And that is important because of two things. Number one, you want to repopulate your microbiome. Really, really important. Even if you didn't just take antibiotics, even if you take other medication, often what they do is they wipe out your good gut bacteria. So, so funny. Sorry, guys. Here, just in the back, I have like a little, it's like a rat, but without a tail, like a tropical animal who just steal an orange from me. So funny. Okay. I think it's too small, so you can't see it. Okay, so number one, sorry, I'm focusing. So important, the healing foods are important to repopulate your microbiome. Sprouts are one of the best way to do that. Fresh foods as well. And number two, you want to feed the good gut bacteria that you still have left. How to do that is with fiber-rich foods, if you can eat them. And the baseline of all of that is that you want to ease the burden that you put on your digestion. So what I mean with that is your digestion takes up a lot of energy. If you want to cleanse and if you want to heal your digestion, it needs less. It needs less struggle, so to say. You know, like if you already have low stomach acid, because a lot of those medications that I mentioned are actually depleting your good stomach acid. You don't have enough enzymes, your liver is overworked, there's not enough bioproduction. So the last thing you want to do is eat like super greasy, a lot of fat. Even if they are good fats, you don't want to eat 10 avocados per day. And you also don't want to do like high protein foods, because those two are much, much more difficult to digest, need more enzymes than if you would eat a ripe banana, for example. Ripe brown banana brings their own enzymes. I always say like come with their backpack of enzymes, all raw, fresh foods. Now, that's the number one I wanted to share with you. Now, I know that a lot of people, a lot of us gut feelers actually have gut struggles. So you might not be able to eat a lot of fiber foods because what you get is bloating. Because your microbiome is not yet adjusted, you don't have the bacteria to break down those foods. So one of the best things to do if you really have like a severe damage from medication, or if you want to just heal as fast as possible, a lot of people come to me, yeah, I'm fasting now, you know, or I'm doing a dry fast or a water fast. And I'm like, you know, water fasting, dry fasting is complete. Like I'm super against dry fasting because you can't get the toxins out. But water fasting, I'm not against that. It's amazing if you feel really good in your body and you want to like reset yourself even more. Water fasting, amazing. But for us here, most people struggling with any chronic illness, water fasting is not the way to go, because your body, in order to detox itself, in order to bring out those medications out of the liver and rebuild tissue, rebuild liver tissue, for example, restore glycogen levels, which is the storage sugar in your liver, you need nutrients, you need healthy glucose. So one of the best things I recommend is doing a juice cleanse. Doing a juice cleanse, 3 days, 7 days, 14 days, whatever feels comfortable for you, but fueling your body with nutrients while having not zero digestive effort, you know, because all those fresh fruits and vegetables, they come with their own enzymes. They don't have any fibers, nothing to break down. It's just really literally just vitamins, minerals, nutrients. That's a good one. I like celery juice. of course, because this is the best way to clean medication out of your liver, like clean out those residues, plastics, toxic heavy metals out, and it helps to restore your gut health at the same time, especially your stomach acid. Another one that I really like and that I call like the neurological cleanse, if you are dealing with anxiety, brain fog, memory problems, sleeping problems, that all like rings a bell for me and says like neurological attention, please. Inflammation of the neurons of the vagus nerve here. One of the juices I like the most is a free ingredients juice, also amazing for the liver, is celery, apple, and cucumber. And you got all of that in there. And doing that 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. Celery, cucumber, apple. Okay. Whew. It's a lot of information. I hope I'm not overwhelming you. I'm just going to look into the chat box. How are you all doing? Oh, sweet. It's so nice to see you week after week. So, okay. Wonderful. Let's move on. Now, guys, call to action here before we dive more into the content. Some of you already did it. If you like this kind of stuff, hit the thumbs up so other people know, okay, that there's some value here. It's worth to click on it. It's worth to watch it. Also, remember, we are still looking for somebody who does the timestamps, a dedicated gut feeler who wants to watch the whole thing and takes notes and just writes minute 1, this and this happened, minute 2, or minute 10. So we're looking for that. And then, guys, before we go to the next steps that I recommend for how to get rid of medication and how to make it easier for you to heal after all those medications that you took, and even while you're doing it, I want to just mention, like, we have now 3 ways to support the channel. Feeling a little bit embarrassed saying that, but for me, I know that when I, for example, I watch something or I get information somewhere and it really helps me, so I really get better, or I see like, oh, somebody's really dedicated and it's worth my time, it helps me. I just want to offer you like 3 different ways to give back to the channel. Really, really appreciate that, to be able to do those live Q&As, put out more free content. And if you can't do it, I still like you. Just wanted to mention them. So 3 ways. We have the super chat and the super sticker, which is only available in the live chat. So if you're watching right now, you can do it. And this is basically a way to support the channel. And you can also express yourself with the sticker. YouTube is very creative. And if you have a question, your question gets highlighted so I see it more easily and you're not drowned into the crowd. Number 2 is the thank you button on my website. I also link that down below in the description. That always works, by the way, live or not live. And then there's a third option, which I learned right now is just available in a few countries. But if it's available in your country, you will see next to the subscribe button on this place where you're looking at right now, even if it's a tablet or an iPhone, you see a little button that is new. It says join. Next to the subscribe button, join button. And this is a feature that YouTube just launched for our channel. Usually it's just channels over 100,000 subscribers who get it, but I don't know. We got the privilege, so we are trying that out. It's a feature where you can become a gut feeling member. So for the price of a celery juice per month, you basically support the channel and you get also a few like perks, a few acknowledgements, a little bit behind the scene content. And also you can see that already here in the live chat. Thomas, for example, is one of those people who are already in the gut feeler membership community. So you are kind of highlighted here, which is kind of cute with those little hearts behind your name. Okay, so that's 3 options: thank you button, super chat, and the live the join button. Gosh, so many words. Okay, now let's move on to the second part: what to do if you suffer from medication damage. One of the best things. So what now we looked into diet and what you can do there. Now another important organ, I already mentioned this a little bit. Another important organ is your liver. Liver. I've got a video which is called Liver Problems, 5 Signs Your Liver is in Trouble. I really recommend that to watch. You might have like your mouth standing open like this is me. Okay, I need to drink something. You see, guys, I get so excited doing this that I get like my mouth gets dry and I need to drink. Okay, so now what you can do for your liver to support it to deal with the damage of the medication and how to get those residues out, apart from what I said before with the juice cleanse and celery juice and things like that, and improving your diet. One of the main tools that I still use in my one-on-one consulting is the Liver Rescue Cleanse from Medical Medium. It's called Liver Rescue Cleanse 369. It's 9 days. And if you want to do this, I highly recommend to watch the playlist, which is called Liver Rescue Cleanse. And I've also linked the book. The book is this thick, just as all Medical Medium books. They are just this this thick. It's super heavy. It's very nice pictures. You can you see like what to eat and things like that. And you get so much more background information about the liver, how it works, all of those functions. Really, really recommend that. And to get that, if you want to do Liver Rescue Cleanse, watch me. I did it. Watch me on the playlist, and then I go through every day what you can eat. However, like I work with clients where this works really well. For me, it worked really well because I had a very clean diet before. But if you're just transitioning, so if, for example, you eat like twice per day, you eat eggs and pork and dairy products and processed foods, you're just, okay, how can I? Then this might be a little bit too much. In that case, I would recommend to do the Gut Healing Challenge, which is a program I developed. It's a 1-week recipe guide, basically, with a shopping list and with meals that are very, very healthy on the healthy side, but still comforting. So things like hummus are in there, but they're still low fat, and they help to restore your microbiome while not putting too much burden on your liver, so it can actually cleanse. And you get also some supplement recommendations in there as well. It's also linked in the description below if you want to check that out. Okay, now I have 2 more things, supplements, and then one important, like super major thing that often is overlooked when we look into how to heal from chronic illnesses, but also how to heal after medication damage. And that is, what is it? What's the number one worst thing that everybody agrees on the planet right now, especially Western society, which we're struggling with? Stress. I can't, like, it's so important to understand that if you want to do anything good for your body or for your emotional health, like lowering stress in your daily life is the most important thing. And it's easy to say and not so easy to do, because if you've been like chronic, if you've suffered for a long time with an illness, or you had an acute illness and there's some trauma happening there, it's not just physical. It's not just physical injury that happened in your body with the with an illness that came over you, and then the medication and the doctors visited and the waiting and the test results, like all of this tension, like what's wrong with me? This puts like a huge stress, like on your body, on your mental health, on your emotional health, and it all belongs together. It's all about hormones, by the way. Stress, like if you're struggling with getting healthy, judging yourself, like, oh, I do everything well. I watch Peggy's channel, and the person in the office next to me looks healthy and just eats McDonald's donuts all day. I don't even know. Do they have donuts in McDonald's? But you know what I mean. So judging myself, not being good enough. I mean, I've been there. I've struggled with allergies for 15 years, and I tried to get out of it. Brain fog, couldn't concentrate. And I was just, what am I doing wrong? Feeling dependent on other people, doctors, family, friends, not being able to function. I couldn't really study. I was very like this all the time in university. So all of that puts so much like emotional trauma, stress on your life, then it's important to heal that as well. Yeah. So in a way, your liver is very, very connected to your emotional health. So that might sound like a little bit woo-woo, but I've seen it all over again. If you feel better, yeah, if you lower the stress in your life, so with a focus on what helps you to relax, this will help your liver, it would help your overall organism to recover, regenerate faster and faster. Like 10 times or more, from being stressed to being relaxed. This healing potential is amazing. It's incredible. Let me see. I'm not forgetting anything here. Yeah, so the base note from this chapter here is to understand that relaxing, finding ways to relax deeper, like to often when we struggle for so long, there is like this just constant tension, constant tension. So what I actually like to do and recommend is to do a list, just one blank page, and all you write down is what helps me relax. Boof. What helps me relax? 1, 2, 3, 4. Coming back to that every day, seeing, is maybe there's something new, and then doing it. Just doing it. So for some of us might be massage, getting a massage, feeling the warmth of the sun, booking a vacation, even if it's just 2 days or a week, somewhere in the sun where you actually get sun and sun exposure. For me, for example, personally, I relax most when I go into the forest, into the jungle, and when I'm not seeing a jaguar next to me. There are actually jaguars, wild jaguars here in Panama in the jungle. What I like is hiking. What I also like is sitting in front of the fire. It relaxes me so deep, like every cell of my body. Just looking into the fire, like I prefer outside, and then having my hands on the fire, like getting warm. So whatever it is for you, the appreciation challenge is a big one, helps me relax, helps me focus. Appreciation challenge is what I'm still doing. I also mentioned it in the last 2 live Q&As. For regenerating faster and healing faster, your emotional health is really, really important. Okay, now I take a deep breath. Look into the chat box. Okay, so stress is a very, very important one, and looking into how you can relax, doing that list is sometimes much better than just doing more supplements, taking more supplements, or watching more YouTube videos. Coming back to yourself is so important for healing and being gentle with yourself. I'm going to say something really weird now, where you think like, oh yeah, crazy. After you've been ill, and after you've been home a lot, or you've been just not feeling well, after that journey, the most important thing you can do is take a vacation. Your family, your friends will think maybe, excuse me, you're already out for so long and now you take a vacation. This is exactly what you need to do, because your body still heals. It still heals like 1 month after all the symptoms ended. There's still at least 1 month where your inner organs and your tissue regenerates and heals from the injury, whatever injury it might be. So vacation, sloth mode, slow and chilled. Okay, last but not least on that topic, we're already 26 minutes in. Supplements. If you want to take some supplements, yes, they can help. But if you're stressed all the time and just want to take supplements, forget it. Supplements, there's a reason why I mentioned them in the end. Free supplements here that I recommend. Very general ones that people usually can deal with well, and that are very, very helpful for healing from medication injury. One is vitamin C. The other one is zinc. All of them are important which ones you take. You can take like absolute crap, which is 90% of what you can buy out there, and would put more burden on your liver depending on what fillers in there, what other ingredients might be not bioavailable. I've got videos on all 3 of them, multiple videos, so check them out before you buy any crazy cheap or not cheap supplement. Vitamin C, zinc, both amazing to support your immune system. They also both are great to help cell rejuvenation, difficult word. And the third one is Hawaiian spirulina to help bring out any toxins that you get is released from the liver, so they're not going to be reabsorbed in the bloodstream and then put back into the liver. Spirulina, apart from being high in protein, super nutrient dense, the superfood of the future, is binding those toxins and helping them to bring them out through the stool. Okay, that was that. I hope that there was something new for you here or a reminder. I would be interested in knowing if anything helped you there from what I mentioned here in how to deal with the medication side effects and how to heal during and after Accutane, antibiotics, and antacids. Okay, now, before we move into the live Q&A, I've got an announcement. And we also have still the giveaway winners. So a big announcement. Yay! Big announcement. I'm feeling a bit shy about it now. So I'm looking at the comments before. Okay. Great questions already so far. So the new announcement, you are the first people to hear about it because you are my community. And I thought, like, if I tell anybody first, it's going to be you here on the live stream. I'm going to start a new channel. Peggy is going to start a new channel. We still need a name. The announcement will come out in a few days in another video, what this channel will be about. If you think now Gut Feelings is going to end, don't worry. Gut Feelings is not going to end. I love Gut Feelings. I love you and the community here. So there will be no change. There will be still live Q&As. There will be still new content coming up. Now, then you might ask, like, why should you start a new channel, right? What's that all about? Just more work? Yay! Yes, it's going to be more work. But for me, so if you know me a little bit and you watched a few of the more personal videos here, which are not just take this, do this, which I like as well, then you might have seen that, you know, a lot of what I love sharing, and actually that was actually the first channel I ever had on YouTube, was when I lived in the Findhorn community, in the Findhorn Foundation in the north of Scotland, an intentional community. And what I did there is I was just sharing about how I live my life, how I deal with emotional challenges, lots about vulnerability, lots about empowering stuff and affirmations, law of attraction, Abraham Hicks. But then also, like, and this what this new channel will be about. It will be less like do this. It will be more personal Peggy, more goofy, less edited, more also about, you've been asking on the channel here about, like, what am I doing in Panama? Why am I here? How does everything look like beyond delivering content and doing videos? What am I do when I go hiking? Sometimes maybe even what I'm eating, but then I will not, like, dedicate that just for gut health, because right now, like, I'm really good at gut health. I will just share with you what I'm doing, just like raw, vulnerable, excited sharing. And I hope it's gonna be an experiment. So I hope you're gonna like it, and you might be interested in that. But we also wanted to keep it separate from gut feelings, so the people who just want to heal your sinus or do do these live Q&As, I'm completely not offended. You don't have to be interested in co-creating the future and all of that, but this is like part of me, so one of the things why I'm doing this is for you, but it's also for me. It's for me, so I I can be doing these things here on Gut Feelings, and I can be, become more of who I am and share the things where I feel like they're worth sharing, even if they're just unfinished, if they're not yet ready, if they're just a question. But I love watching stuff like that, and that's what this new channel will be about. Now, there's nothing right now, depending on if you watch that live, there's nothing on that channel right now apart from a little bit in the about section and a picture of me and a jaguar, my favorite animal. And but what you can do is you can subscribe already, and then when the first content comes up, if you turn on the notification bell, you're going to be notified and you're going to be one of the first people to watch. Okay. Long one. I was thinking of holding these news back to until Christmas, but yeah, it's kind of every day is Christmas, right? Look at the hair. Did anybody see the change? It's not pink anymore, it's henna now. Okay, enough of me. Good. Before we come to the giveaway winners, let's go into the live chat. What is the name of the channel? A great question, Thomas. So right now the channel is called My Name, Peggy Schirmer, but we're actually looking for a name. So if you feel anything, that came up like spontaneously, oh my God, this would be amazing, please let me know. You can post under the video here or then over on the other channel as well in the community box. I'm going to create a post there where you can comment. Okay. Okay. So let's look into your questions. Okay. What do you think about ashwagandha for balancing cortisol after long stressful periods? I like ashwagandha. It's very gentle. It's a root. I think it's actually growing here as well. It's a root. It's very gentle. It's very good for the liver, helps to detox the liver. Balancing cortisol. Well, what ashwagandha is good and is like lowering like the inflammation and like just making you like more grounded. As a lot of roots have just as a signature, the grounding signature. So ashwagandha helps with grounding. People who have cortisol imbalances often have like no energy in the morning and high energy or like nervousness in the evening. This is why the cortisol curve is usually you have high cortisol in the morning and low cortisol in the evening, and then you fall asleep. So ashwagandha can help the nervous system there. So yes, I can recommend that if that works for you. It's a good way to go. Thomas has got his Berkey water filter. Yay! This is like the most heavy thing I carry around everywhere. It's like this big, stainless steel, so beautiful, and you can just filter any water with it. I love the Berkey water filter. I'm so happy you got that as well. I've got a video on that one. If you feel like, what's Berkey water filter? Just Google it. Okay. Diana is asking, hi, what do you think about yogurt and sauerkraut? I've got a video on sauerkraut. I like sauerkraut. There are other ways to improve your microbiome beyond fermented foods. I do not recommend yogurt or any dairy products if you have any gut struggles, and also if you're healthy and you don't want to get in any chronic illness. I can't recommend dairy products, unfortunately. It's not that they're evil by themselves. The problem is that they are feeding a lot of pathogens in the body, and they are much, much better foods. They're often this wind. Do you hear the wind? I'm happy I'm not out there. Also, there are much better resources for getting whatever you want to get from the yogurt, the probiotics, for example. Sprouts are much better because they have elevated biotics, and they actually arrive in the end part of your ileum, which is the small intestine, the end part. This is where the hub of the good gut bacteria sits. And often yogurt has like weak weak probiotics in there, and they actually don't really get through past the stomach acid, and then the change to the alkaline milieu in the small intestine. Don't recommend it. I have a video which is called "Why Do Dairy, Eggs, and Gluten Make You Feel Worse?" or anything like that. I recommend watching that. K. Shikokit, it's so difficult to pronounce your your last name. Can't eat raw vegetables, hurts my tummy. Yes, okay, I completely understand. Heard that before. So for you, if you can do fruits, if you can, for example, do raw bananas. If you're still here, you can let me know in the chat. If you can do raw ripe bananas. I did actually 5 days on just eating bananas all day long, nothing else. Ripe organic bananas is very good to help restore the liver. Also really amazing for your microbiome, feeds the good gut bacteria, is very, very gentle on the gut, super easy to be digested. So that might work for you. If not, juice cleanse, see if that can work. And then the other way to go is also if you eat cooked vegetables, that's fine too. They don't have to be raw if you're struggling so much with raw. You can do things like sweet potatoes, mash them, sweet potatoes, maybe broccoli if broccoli is okay, but any soft vegetables, potatoes in general. You can eat a few days just sweet potatoes. Don't worry, you're not going to get a mineral balance just by that, but that might help to get your body from this mode into another one that is really, really amazing for getting your body out of panic mode and helping your body to especially your tummy, your stomach and your tummy to get less bloated and have less pain. There we go. Ginger chewing, the thing that I did in the beginning of this video for free 3 to 5 times per day. This is it. You can't overdose this. Can't overdose. Okay, let's take 2 more. Yeah. Okay, Thomas, this is a good question. I hear that a lot. Can you talk about vegan kefir? Example, lemon kefir that is fizzy. Yeah. Okay. So there we go. The whole kefir thing is really interesting. I actually did the test myself, so I can speak firsthand experience because I wanted to try it out. So I did vegan water kefir as well with fruits, and there was also some lemon in there. Now, some people are doing okay with that. I would not recommend that for anybody who has chronic gut struggles or liver issues. And the reason is that the fizziness that you have there is produced by bacteria, and those bacteria create alcohol. So even things like kombucha or kefir, even if the alcohol is just like this, there is just a tiny, tiny bit of alcohol in it. For example, I've not drinking any alcohol for like years. So if I now smell kombucha or I smell kefir, I already this is like a natural reaction from my body. Like, I'm not interested. It's overall, everybody's like, oh, kombucha healthy. But I have a lot of clients who had like major issues with that. And the alcohol in there, this is important. The alcohol in there negates so many of the health benefits that you could get from it. So many. Because for the liver, as soon as the liver detects alcohol, this is how toxic alcohol is for your nervous system. As soon as the liver detects alcohol, 500 functions or more down to minimum and just working on getting the alcohol out because it's so toxic. Your liver knows that this is like such a toxic product for your whole nervous system, inflammation all over. It's amazing that like alcohol is so, like, people freak out about the cannabis and the THC in the cannabis, but alcohol, this is like really toxic and it's poisoning for your body. So, but it's so legalized, everybody drinks, all the young people it's so sad. So okay. Yes, Deborah, I will do a video. I promise this video forever. I'm going to do a video on growing sprouts. I already have one video why you should eat sprouts, and this other sprouting video is going to come. I promise. Now, before we come to the winners of the CBD oil, if you haven't done the thumbs up thing yet and you like this, you got some value out of it, or you just like that I spent my time here with you, which I enjoy, then hit that thumbs up button. Really appreciate it. Okay, are you ready for this? Yay! The winners of the giveaway are... We have three winners and 3 ladies. They were like from, oh my god, another animal. I don't even know the name. Looks like a porcupine. Okay. This garden is amazing. From all the people that have participated, it was like 90% women. So this is why we have 3 female winners. The names are D. I hope I pronounced that right. D-E-E from Pro Design Inc. That might help to identify yourself. So all of the names that I'm mentioning right now, I encourage you to use our contact form, use the same email as you had before, and let us know your shipping address so we can, your S shipping address, so we can deliver the product from GreenLife Organics. So D from Pro Design Inc. Congratulations. Then we have Bridget Welsing and Angela Gomez Montano. Very beautiful name. So you guys, you 3 ladies, I'm so happy for you. You're going to get this CBD oil testing package. I hope you're going to like it. And for everybody who doesn't win, so appreciated your feedback on what I can improve on gut feelings and what I can improve on the newsletter. These were the 2 questions I've asked. Really, really appreciate that. It's not for nothing. I read all of that. And if you still want to do the CBD oil, although you didn't win, you can still get the discount from 10% on GreenLife Organics. I linked that down below by using at the checkout, you can use my name, which is Peggy. Then you get 10% off. Okay, guys, I hope you like the background. This is, for example, one thing one of you gut feelers said. They want to have more diversity in the background. So I got my umbrella out and put more color on the bed. So thank you so much for being here with me. I really, really appreciate this. Next week it's going to be Sunday again. And I wish you a beautiful week. All of your questions, let me know in the comments box down below. And yeah, I see you soon. Bye.